Dreadful of Victorian London, Sensational Tales of Terror is from the same designers of Letters from Whitechapel, based on the Mr. Jack murders. And so this is another game from them. And they made their other games that they have made have all been deduction games. This is a story-driven game. This game is so bad that I am mind blown that it got published. It is one of the worst games I have ever played. Let me show you just a bit. In this game, you're going to have this map in front of you, which as you move around the map, sometimes it will tell you to put out different locations. These locations don't matter one bit over the course of this game, except you're supposed to put it in your mind that this is the spots that you're going around to. You're going to be going through an entire deck of cards. So this is the Horrible Secret of the Bloody Key, or the Bloody Knights of the Beast. And there's a bunch of cards in here, all numbered. And I'm going to try not to spoil them for you, although, frankly, don't play the games, so you should never be spoiled. Anyway, I'll show you some from the tutorial here. And you'll start by just reading a card. You read a card, the tutorial teaches you how to play. You don't actually need the rule book. It tells you that you are the star, you move around. It will occasionally give you items, so it will say maybe, hey, you found a knife. A knife is the hexagonal red alpha, and you have to keep all these in front of you, different items you get. And sometimes when you get to a spot, it will say, if you have the alpha or the hexagonal beta red token, then this happens. And I'm like, what does that mean? I don't remember. You'll be placing cards at different spots around the board just to keep track of them. And occasionally a card will give you a decision. So for example, here's flashes in the dark, blah, blah, blah. We can try to, go help put out a fire, or go help a woman. And everyone's going to vote by putting a black cube in their left hand or right hand. You'll be using these to whichever one gets more votes. That's what you decide to do, and you'll follow that path. And at the end of the game, whoever has spent the most black cubes wins by themselves. So that's kind of what happens. There's a lot more, but this game is just absolutely dreadful, so I'm not going to spend any more time on it. I don't know that I have enough time to go over all the negative parts of this game, folks. From the fact that there's a board in the middle of the table and you move your piece around that board and show different things, and none of it matters. It will say, put your piece over here, move your piece over here. None of that matters. You make so many guesses in this game. You're like, should you do this or that? I don't know. So it's like a choose your own adventure game, which kind of is fun. I mean, I like choose your own adventure a lot, but choose your own adventures are adventurous and silly fun. This game is dark and brooding, and in what I think would turn a lot of people off, describes violence in a very graphic manner, especially violence against women. That point alone, I wouldn't play the game based on it. Then those tokens. There's so many tokens in this game, but they're like 5 different colors, 5 different shapes, alpha, beta, zeta, gamma, whatever. What? Why can't you just make a little token with a knife on it? And later on, I'm like, oh, we had this token. I mean, you go to the store and they're like a store and be like, buy some tokens. Okay, we'll take these 3. We don't know which ones we need. And you just wildly roam around, wildly random. The voting system is weird because it rewards you for going with the majority. And then there's a single winner. Folks, what happened here? This is a mess of the nth degree. It's ugly. The stories are very flowery written, but again, super dark and very random. It's not fun at all. I cannot recommend this at all. A 1 out of 10. It's just dreadful. Well, it was in the title, so I guess there's that.